Yeah, man. And I've been this motherfucker, man. 20 years old, dog. Me being 20 years old, I done seen a lot of shit. I learned a lot of shit. A lot of people don't think, a lot of people think, since you 20, if you 25 and down, you ain't really don't learn nothing, or you ain't really been through nothing, and all like stuff like that. And that topic always really got to me, man. With an older person tell a young person, baby, keep living, or I know more than you do, or I've been here longer than you have. Yes, which is true. If you fit on 25, of course you've been here longer than I have. Of course you have. But in life, nobody know really. In life we all start out in different positions. We all start out in different positions. What I mean by start out in different positions, it's like you know, if you started out the way I started out and living my life might not was the way you started living your life. And the way I started living my life, you might haven't hit that stage yet. Or you might never even hit that stage. So how can you tell me about, you know, a situation on my life that you have never touched or never even seen or never experienced it? That's the first thing. That's how it's like me trying to come to you and tell you about something you done been through. I ain't never been through it. So I have a problem with that. Me being young, I actually, I have arguments and disagreements with a lot of older people, man. A lot of older people, man. You know, because like I say, I'm young and I'm doing good. You know, as I'm doing good, at the age I am, I'm doing real good. And trying to continue to do that. You know what I'm saying? And you got a lot of older people that's not that, that's don't like to give credit where it's due. You feel what I'm saying? And they don't. They hate this, like people. The older people say they want to see young people do good and things like that. But when the young people that are doing good, they try to put them still put them in the same category with the young people that are doing bad and doing other stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like really it's a lose lose situation. So I guess you get your points when you grow. I guess when your age turn, I don't know. This shit is a number game. The way I look at it, I feel like living life is a number. You gotta be. It's a number. It's the way it gotta go. It's the way it's gonna go when you get this age. The way it's gonna go when you get that age. That's what's so fucked up about life. You know what I'm saying? And, like I said again. I tell other people. You know, yeah, you might know more. Okay, you probably can know more than me, but doesn't I don't like I said, I don't believe it's true. You know, if we both work at the same job and you've been here 10 years and I've been here a year, but we both go through the same training, but it's just that you went through training before I did. But if I go through that same training that you went through 9 years ago or 10 years ago, and I still get that same training, then we both on the same level. It's just that you've been here longer than I have and you've been using the training longer that they gave you longer than I have. And not necessarily that the training that I went through, the same training you went through 10 years ago, because things change. So really, I was scared. It's like I can teach you something, you can teach me something. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how I look at it. It's like you don't know more, you just learned before I did. You don't know more than you just learned before I did. That's how I look at it. And I know y'all probably wondering why this dude, why nigga talking about you know old people and young people, man? Because that's really why that's part of the reason why life kind of fucked up, man. You know, you know, young people, old people. Sometimes we don't want to call. We don't agree to a lot of things. Older people feel like that they grew up better, or they had it good, or it was better when they was growing up, and things like that. And when they was growing up, it was things were they did things better, and it was more nicer. No, I don't say that. I don't think that at all. Like I said, I work. I'm a correction officer, so And then that, in jail and when I work inside those jails, man, I see a lot of how can I put it? There's a lot of youngsters, but there's also a lot of older people. And I see more a lot of older people that come in for the same thing, like constantly coming in back and forth. We can release him this month, and then 4 months later he back for the same thing. You feel what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So some people, there's some older people gotta watch what they say. Gotta watch how they talk, and watch how what know what they talking about. They really do, for real. Like I say, man, look, like I said, I respect all my elders, but an older person gotta come to me with respect, cause I'm not gonna come to you. I'm not gonna come to you disrespect you. Not at all. Never have, never will. But if you come be disrespectful, then you ask for it. When person that's and that doesn't go for anybody here. If you come to me, you better know what you're talking about. You have cross T's, dot I's with me. Make sure everything is accurate. Make sure everything is facts, not opinion. Because if it's opinion, I'm gonna eat you off the bone. They go for it. If it's opinion, I'm gonna eat you off the bone. And I speaking of facts, I'm not talking about Google. I'm not talking about Google. No, I'm talking about you've been through it, living witness. Not nothing you looked up, not nothing, things like that. I mean, if you weren't there physically, I'm not trying to hear you. I'm not trying to hear you. So I want to shut that down and back it up, man. Please leave it alone. You're the person really want to go opinion with me. Yeah, like I say, I'm 20 years old, man. I'm married, happily married. Beautiful wife. I got a son. He's 5.5 months. Uh, love my family. Uh, yeah, we have fun together. As my wife say, when I'm not sleeping, she say I sleep a lot, which I do. I sleep a lot, man. Uh, but when we have our fun, we have our fun. Our son, he keep us going, man. He keep us going, man. He's a character. Uh, a lot of people say we were too young to get married, things like that. A lot of older people say that we were too young to get married. You had young people say you're too young to get married, but a lot it's amazing when a lot of older people say it was young to get married. And back in the day, they was getting married at age 16 and 17 and things like that. So I never really understood it. Stood that I'm too young to get married. And then they also say they live by the Bible and they read that Bible. They that Bible, they live the Bible, but not one the Bible didn't say anything about an age or you too young to marry. You know, God is so honor the marriage. The marriage was made before the church. If you really want to go there, and that's the way. That's how that's going right there. Like I say, it's a trip. People trip. It's a trip. I think they do it. And it's older people saying that. Like I say, you get married, they got something to say, and you're not married, you're single, and you mingling, mess with this female, that female, this female, then you end up catching some, then it's like, oh yeah, he mess with all type of girls, this, yeah, oh yeah, that boy there, I done seen him fuck with all type of shit. He mess with old Chloe, daughter, and he used to mess with her friend, all that, they start talking about it. But then you get married, that mother is let them get married to that gal. No, I say they too young for do that. All that. What you mean you too young? What you mean? Huh? That's what I tell them. What you talking about? Let me know why I'm too young. Let me know. Then they come, you don't know what love is. Lord Jesus help me. If I heard that one more time, I don't know what love is, or young people know what love is. Look here, love is a multiple meaning word. Yeah, I said it. Love is a multiple meaning word, which means have type. It's different volumes in love. Different volumes. The way I love my wife is not the way I love my mother. The way I love my friend is not the way I love my mother. It's different volumes. It's different. And each level of love has its maximum volume. So my friend, love my friend, my homeboy, my homegirl, I go to the max of that level of loving my friends. My mother, I go to the max. My wife, I go to the max. It's a multiple meaning word. So when a person say, you don't know what love is, what you talking about? Explain. You explain love to me. You explain love to me. The person that even put the word inside the dictionary had to make it look good. That was it. It's a multiple meaning word. So enough of the I don't know what love is. Lord help them. That's what I tell them. Lord help them. Yeah, yeah, man. Shit, I'm just talking on YouTube because I'm bored as hell. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, they have conversations when we talk all day on this real shit, on some real type shit, on some topics, man. I go everywhere, man. One thing like I said, like I tell you, if I ain't never been through it, man, I won't talk on it. I can't talk on it. I can't talk on it. Like I said, I just talk about stuff that I done experienced, I done been through. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Things I done been through. Things I'm going through. And I ain't saying a lot of them, you know, stop going through stuff. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, things that I have been through so far. Being 20 years old, So, you like I said, this video or this whatever you want to call it wasn't for the old person or disrespect the old person. Things like that. It was just to put out on the table how some young people think. You know what I'm saying? And how every young person's mind is not sagging. I don't sag. I never sag. I always wear a belt with everything. I always wear a belt. You know, if I have sweat, I'm jogging, make sure the string is tied up. So I don't say I'm a youngster that doesn't say at all. Yeah, I don't say at all. Not in my style. Not my style. So yeah, all young people don't say. And I know a lot. I know a lot more like me that doesn't say. I know a lot of more young people, or should I say, a lot more young people that doesn't say. It's not cool. Not cool. So a lot of people, when you talk about the sagging, you address that as the ones that sag, the ones that that do sag. Not all young people. You got old people who sag too. I know somebody right now, 38 years old, sag hard. Man, it's 55. I say, you want to talk real talk, get that little Joe Quinn at the phone number 214-457-9318. You can give me any time. We'll talk on some real stuff. I'm out.